I took one hit of Salvia, and reality peeled itself inside out. I've done a lot of drugs. That's probably not the smartest way to start this, but it's true. Mushrooms, LSD, ketamine, DMT, all of it. I've had good trips. I've had intense ones. I've even had trips where I cried my eyes out and came out better for it. But nothing prepared me for what Salvia did to me. And the worst part? It was only one hit. It happened a few years ago. I was 24. A friend of mine, we'll call him Tyler, came over with a tiny bag of brownish-green plant matter and a big smile. You ever tried Salvia? I had heard of it. I'd seen those dumb YouTube videos, people laughing uncontrollably or face-planting into their coffee tables. It looked short, weird, and kind of funny. Tyler said it lasted 5 minutes. 10, max. That sounded safe. I was so wrong. We were sitting in my living room, just the two of us. The lights were dim, and there was soft music playing in the background. I remember lighting incense to set the mood, like I had any clue what kind of mood I was walking into. Tyler packed a big bowl and a glass pipe. 40x Salvia extract. I didn't realize at the time just how potent that was. I sat on the couch, took the pipe, sparked the lighter, and took a deep, slow hit. Held it in. 10 seconds. 15. 20. Then I exhaled, and the world ripped in half. There was no come-up, no slow build. It was like flipping a switch and being somewhere else. Except I hadn't gone anywhere. It was like reality turned inside out. The couch beneath me began folding. Not physically, but conceptually. Like the idea of a couch was being erased and rewritten into something else. I looked at my hands, and they were flat, paper thin, like they belonged in a cartoon. My body peeled away from me like wrapping paper. Then the floor opened. I wasn't on the couch anymore. I was on a conveyor belt. Except it wasn't a real conveyor belt. It was made of me, versions of me, copies, flat cardboard cutouts of myself stretching off into the distance. Each version was slightly different. Some were smiling, some were screaming. One looked like it had been burned. The conveyor belt moved forward, slowly, dragging me past each one, forcing me to look at myself over and over again. And then, the belt turned upward. Suddenly, I was being pulled vertically into the sky, or what should have been sky. But instead, it was just layers. Like peeling an onion made of wallpaper and skin. Each layer had a different version of the room I was just in. In one version, Tyler was made of clay. In another, he was upside down, blinking too slowly. In one, he was gone. I tried to call out, but I couldn't remember language. I opened my mouth and what came out was static, like radio fuzz wrapped in teeth. And then I remembered. This only lasts 5 minutes. So I waited, and waited, and waited. But it never stopped. I don't mean it lasted forever, I mean time stopped working. It stopped being. I couldn't tell what came first, this moment or the last or the next. I kept blinking, and every blink dropped me into a different timeline. One blink, I'm on the floor screaming. Next blink, I'm 7 years old watching cartoons. Next blink, I'm made of Velcro. I tried to hold on to something. Anything. A name. A memory. But nothing stuck. Not even me. The worst part was the loop. At some point, I realized I had been here before. Not just during this trip, but always. Like I had always existed inside this loop, and life was the illusion. Like the real truth was this, being dragged across endless versions of myself while something else watched. And oh yeah, something was watching. At the edge of the loop was a face, not a person. A face-shaped space, like the absence of a person wearing a grin. It didn't move. It didn't speak. It just stared at me every time I passed. And then it began whispering, but not out loud, in thought, inside me. You know what you did. What? What did I do? You broke it. I didn't break anything. You weren't supposed to see this. See what? Your real life. This is where you live. I tried to scream, but I had no mouth. I tried to run, but I had no legs. I was just consciousness in a blender. Memories, fears, images, all scrambled together. I saw my mom crying. I saw a red room filled with doors. I saw my own face melt into a puddle and reform upside down. I remember thinking, this is hell. I found hell. Then it got worse. The entire world began to peel. Imagine reality as a sticker, and someone starts pulling it off. Beneath it, more reality. And beneath that, another. And under that, more of me. Watching. Laughing. Pointing. I saw myself in a hospital bed, then in a forest, then in a classroom I've never been in, but somehow remembered perfectly. Every time I thought, this has to be the end, another layer pulled back. And with each one, the voice returned. You're still in it. Still in it. Still in it. Over and over. Until I stopped fighting. Until I let go. I don't know what happened next. I just wasn't. No sound. No visuals. No time. Only silence, not peace, just nothing. Then I heard something. A click, like a light switch, and everything snapped back. I gasped. My body flung forward. I was back on the couch, soaked in sweat, staring at the ceiling like it owed me answers. Tyler was sitting in the chair, eyes wide. Dude, he said, that was 5 minutes. 5 minutes. I couldn't speak, I couldn't move, I just cried silently for a long, long time. I didn't touch Salvia again. I threw out the bag. I stopped doing psychedelics for months. Even now, years later, I still have dreams where I'm stuck on that conveyor belt, dragging past broken versions of myself, while that grinning face waits at the edge. I know it's not real. I know it was a chemical. But sometimes, when the world feels too normal, I wonder, what if that's the real place? And I'm just back here, waiting for another peel.